Today, I want to talk about something most of us have experienced but rarely admit out loud. That moment when attraction stops being casual and starts becoming something else. When someone enters your mind and suddenly they're everywhere. In your thoughts, in the background of your day, in the quiet moments when you should be thinking of something else. And the strange thing is, sometimes that person isn't fully available. Maybe they're distant. Maybe they're mysterious. Or maybe they're slightly out of reach. But instead of diminishing desire, that distance seems to amplify it. And suddenly what started as attraction begins to feel like gravity. A pull you can't explain. Today, I'm going to explore obsession, surrender, and the strange psychology of desire. Because sometimes the people we're drawn to the most are not just reflections of who they are, they're reflections of something waking up inside of you. Let's do it. What? Hello, I know, right? Hello. Hi. Welcome back to the Tequila Hour. My name is Amanda. I don't know what's happening. Yay! Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm professional. I'm distracted by the topic of this podcast today. Yes, it is the Tequila Hour. It is the 8th, I can't believe it, of March 2026. I'm recording this in Australia. That's right, bitches. In New South Wales, in the secret location. I've got a lot to discuss, but I really want to talk about this today. I want to talk about obsession. And you'd be like, Amanda, why do you want to talk about that? I'm laughing nervously because I'm obsessed. Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there today. I'm not. I'm going there. I am going to go there. I'm going to give you my example right now, live, in my life. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And, I'm not the only one, okay, who has... I'll try not to laugh. I'm not the only one who has these kind of feelings, so I'll calm down in a second. Anyway, you know what we need to do first before we get into this exciting topic and before I just tell you everything, we have to do some motherfucking admin. Let's go. That's right, bitches. This is the Tequila Hour. My name is still Amanda. Here I am in Australia. Today being Sunday, it's a cloudy. I'm going to let you know. Here in the secret location, and I've talked about this before, my vista, is that the terminology? You could use that. When I look out the studio room, which is also an office and my beauty room and all encompassing, I look out at trees. And today it's just started raining here in Australia, in New South Wales, where I live. In particular, I don't know if it's raining in all of Australia. That's a bit bold. No, here in the secret location, it is raining. It's a little bit cloudy, and actually I don't mind. The weather is temperate. Who am I? The weather's quite nice. I'm having a few drinks. I've just played with some makeup. I've had a jolly good time. If you don't follow me on Instagram, which is the_1_Amanda, which is my personal page separate to the Tequila Hour. Yeah, I'm channeling a Robert Palmer video today. I'm like, bring back, I don't know, do you like Robert Palmer? Do you know who that is? Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But if you know Robert Palmer and you're of my age or close to my age, you fucking know who that is. And Addicted to Love and that video with those hot women dancing around with that stunning makeup, mate, I remember watching that. I'm like, I can't remember what year it was. I'd have to work it out, and I'm not going to do the mathematics live right now. When I say to you, I was completely obsessed. Goodness, segue. No, I was blown away. They were gorgeous. The makeup was gorgeous. The red lipstick, mate. And back then I was in high school, and there's no way in fuck, may I say, that I was wearing red lipstick. Today I'm wearing a real bright, hot red lipstick. And, mate, I'm living my best Addicted to Love vibe. So, yeah, if you want to know, now you know. Yeah, so admin, I've had a good week. What can I say? I've been at work this week. I'm pretty much over the lurgy now, which is fantastic. A little bit of a sniffle here or there, if you're interested. But, yeah, I feel a lot better. Work's work. Work was fine. Nothing to report, really. What else is going on? Is there anything else? Yes, uni is good. Basically, at the moment, I'm waiting for my final term results of my 2 core subjects that I've recently completed. I did get some results back for, I don't know if I mentioned it here on my podcast, that I had to do a complete web design and HTML coding and all the rest. That was a lot. Yes, I did very well. So I'm very happy, and I'm just super keen to get my marks and move forward with the Bachelor of IT. So that is that. And then, yeah, it's all in all, it's been a good week. I don't know, things that have interested me would be leaked labs from the lipstick lesbians. Unfortunately, I can't get it here in Australia. I was super keen to buy the first drop and do a podcast about it, and literally went online to buy it, and no, it's only shipping in US at the moment. So, bang, bang. Fuck you. No. Apparently, overseas customers aren't that important. Look, they're new, whatever. I kind of get it, but I was poo-pooed. Poo-poo. I was excited to do a podcast and check it out. So, anyway, I'll have to wait. But when it does, and hopefully it does, you know, is available for overseas how do you say oh, I can't even say that word. Distribution? Yes, distribution. Shit. Then, yes, I will buy that. Leak Labs is probably the most exciting thing in the makeup world that's happened recently for me, to be honest, apart from Chanel. I could talk about some recent things I bought, and I think I'll save that, actually. Moving forward in the admin space, yeah, just another week at work. I'm going to stay in Sydney next Friday. I'll touch on that in a second. But you know what? Let's just get into the topic of discussion today. First of all, I'm going to have a drink. So let me stop because I'm getting really excited, probably because I'm nervous about what I'm about to tell you. Grab yourself a drink. You're going to need one today. You'll be like, Amanda, really? Yes, I've had a couple of tequilas. I'm drinking a new tequila. I'll add it to the description. Never drunk it before. I was going to say it's interesting. It's okay. It's okay. It's not Patron. Fancy bitch over here. It's nice. I like it. I just took a nip of it, you know, maybe like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. She'd be harsh. She'd be pirate style. She'd be like, hey. But you know what? I'm all about that shit. So, yeah. What was I saying? Yes, grab yourself a drink. Grab yourself a drink. I'll calm down in a sec. I will calm down. I'm calming down. Yes, here on the Tequila Hour, I've talked about it. You know, does tequila free the mind? Free your mind. Is that a song? Yes. That's a great song, by the way. Yes. Does it make me relax more and be more forthcoming? Yes. Am I a naturally anxious person? Sometimes, especially when I'm talking about things that are very personal. Look, this is a safe place. I can't speak. Oh, Jesus. This is apparently a safe space where you can talk about anything and everything you want to talk about. Apparently I can't talk about anything today. I can't talk about anything. Probably because I'm really nervous actually to talk about what I talk about. Yeah, grab yourself a drink. Highly recommend tequila in line with this podcast. If not, if you just want to have a cup of tea and a biscuit, completely understand. I'm going to put some music on. I'm going to realign my chi for a second and let's get into it. And that was the wrong button. That's what I'm saying. I'm like disheveled. What is happening? Disheveled. Bam, bam. Okay, back. Okay, let's get into it. Obsession. And you'd be like, you might be like, you'd be like, Amanda, why are you talking about this today? I'm talking about it because I'm actually obsessed with someone. Now, I want to talk about this because, so swallow deeply. I want to talk about this in all seriousness because I've actually never met this person. This is ridiculous as I say it out loud. I've actually never met this person, okay? Yeah. And this is the thing where I want to talk about this today because I honestly can understand in, some semblance in my mind, in my current reality of state, that I can understand why I feel this way about this particular person. At the same time, it's not bizarre is not the word that I want to use actually. And I am aware of things like fixation. I'm aware of, dopamine and, wanting people that are basically out of reach and you can never have them, but you want them more. I understand these concepts, okay? I understand projection. Fucking, I'll put both my hands up in the air right now. I'm the queen. I'm not the queen of projection, but I will say to you that I do have a tendency, depending on my state of mind, to project. It's a thing, if you know what I'm talking about. And really, then, a psychologist would probably say that, your obsession or your attraction to a particular person is basically the reason why it's about self-reflection. It's about this particular person that you're obsessed with. And obsession is a big word. Like, let's look right now live, which I didn't do because, I love to freeball it here. Meaning. Looking up the meaning of obsession. Obsession. Mm-hmm. The meaning?
Obsession.
Mm-hmm.
Obsession.
The state of being obsessed with someone or something. She cared for him with a devotion bordering on obsession. An idea or thought that continually preoccupies or intrudes on a person's mind. Plural noun, obsessions. He was in a grip of an obsession he was powerless to resist. Now, you'd be like, Amanda, are you obsessed? Am I powerless to resist? Now, we will talk about that because that's right now live. I'm going to talk about this. Am I powerless to resist? That's a really good point that I probably need to explore right now live with you. And I want to talk about it because I'm sure I'm 100% confident in what I'm about to say. We've all had this. We've all felt this. Now, you'd be like obsessed with a thing, obsessed with an item. I'm talking about obsession with a person that you can't have. Okay, a person that you could be madly in love with them. I'm not madly in love with this particular person. I don't think so. But you are just deeply attracted to this person for many reasons. This person, because of A, B, C, D, and Z, all the way to Z, has become an obsession to you. Would I say my scenario, shall we say, is an obsession? We will talk about it today because, yeah, I'm going there. That's right. I'm going there. This year, hold on to your fucking panties, all right? I am going to talk about, and there's some things, like I said, I have touched on, shall we say, and there's other things where I've been very transparent, things that have happened in my life. This year I'm going balls to the wall, okay? There's no – look, there might be some in between, but, yeah, balls to the wall today. So completely, honestly, I'm going to talk about it. Why do I want to talk about it? We all had this. I know I'm not the only one who's had a crush on someone, okay? You have a crush on someone. There's one component of that. But I'm talking it's more than a crush. Now, why I want to talk about this is I've never met this person, okay? I'm going to give you a picture, all right? And this could be a picture that you also relate to, and that's why I want to talk about it today in reference to obsession, because in the end, when it comes down to the crux of the matter, I'm in control. I am someone who likes control and being in control. I'm also very aware that I cannot control others. I don't want to control this person. Would I like this person to feel the same way as I feel about them in my mind that I think might be real? Perhaps. This is the thing, I don't know. This is the thing, and this is what we're going to talk about it today. And this is where, when we talk about obsession, what am I talking about? There's that longing, there's the projection, there's the desire, there's that discovery, there's emotional intensity, there's feelings and wants and needs and all that kind of good stuff. And that's what makes it really exciting, doesn't it? This is the thing, though. This is the thing, right? The problem with my obsession, and we'll call it an obsession for now, is one, I've never met, and this is what I'm saying, I've never met this person. I have never actually physically in life been face to face to this person, okay, that I'm going to talk about. Have I seen pictures of them? Yes. Have I texted them? Yes. Have I spoken to them in a conversation verbally? No. Have I heard their voice? Yes. Have they heard my voice? Yes. Now, this is the thing. We will loop back for a second about a podcast that I did a couple of podcasts ago. Texting. Now, yes, pretty much our relationship is that. That is the basis of our communication, okay? We know from the examples that I've given my disdain, for texting, okay? Now, I need to premise this. This is what I'm saying. I've never met this person, okay? I don't know, I do know why they have become such a, no distraction for me in all the distractions I've had lately, where for some reason, and I want to kind of, let's nut this out today on this podcast. Why am I still circling back? Why are we doing that? And this is a thing. We could touch on limerence, and it's not limerence, okay? Well, it could be, I suppose. But the podcast today isn't about limerence. It is about obsession. And then really in the end, it is about, and I agree, in a way, it's about, something in that particular, dynamic with a person, for whatever reason, is bringing up a particular want or need, clearly a desire, but for me anyway, it's bringing up emotions that you, need to explore, you want to examine perhaps. Perhaps you haven't examined them before in their entirety, in its intensity, shall we say. And there is a full pull to do that. If you're in, for me, and I've touched on this before, I am someone who, I'll go there. If I want to experience something, I will go there. Probably go there than most people I know in my life aren't willing to go, where I'll just go, to use the word, balls deep, and I'll get lost in it because I want to know what it feels like. I want to know why it feels that way, what I can do, who am I in part of this? So many things, so many facets to these kind of explorations that I'm all about. I'm all about it. A lot of people, and clearly I can understand why, don't want to do that. They mightn't have the capacity to do it or even want or the desire to do it. For me, yes, the A bucket is that it's a distraction. B, the bucket being that, like I said, I want to know it all. I don't want to know it all in its entirety in all of life, but I'm willing to explore to see what it feels like. I want to feel it. I want to feel it. So, when I'm talking about this, I know often things that I've read about obsession, it will come back to this sense of you're obsessed by this particular thing or this particular person because you are basically trying to transverse your own feeling about something, okay? You're trying to explore a certain feeling or a certain desire or a certain want, and you see that in that particular person. Therefore, you become, honed in on that person, obsessed with that person, because you're really desiring that one thing that, for whatever reason, that person highlights in that moment for you, okay? And this is the thing where what am I saying? I know this, okay? I know this. Excuse me. I know this. And when I think about this person, it's not that there's something in this person that I want. Well, there is. But it's not a particular, what am I trying to say? There's not a trait or there's not an emotion. Well, there is an emotion. There's not a good example where I can say, this person displays A, therefore this is the reason why I'm so enamored by this person because of A. Okay? It's because, in simple terms, because I can't have this person for many reasons, that I want them more. And the thing is, the dynamic of if this, you want to call it a relationship or not, which it's not actually in terms of it, again, if you want to call it the formality of what the terminology of in air brackets a relationship is, we're not in a relationship in any way, shape or form. I will describe it to you, what has happened thus far, all the way to today, because I'm now at the point where I don't want to be obsessed. I'm wondering why I am so enamored by this person when I've never met them. And what does that look like for me moving forward in any other relationships that I want to have? Okay, this is the thing. And dear listener, I'm actually going to explain this to you right now on this podcast. And yeah, I will say to you, I'm very confident that most people would, if hopefully you're having a drink by now and you'd be like, shit, shit's getting real. And it's getting real, bitch. If you have a moment, you would probably have an example that you could think about right now, very similar to the example that I'm going to give you today. And, you'd be like, okay, that was a moment in my time, or I'm going through this right now, and you're like, fuck. And why I want to talk about it is I really, moving forward, I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do this or that or all of it. It is really consuming a part of my brain that really needs to be attuned to more important things, shall we say, not to one particular person. Now, if I had the time and space to just be obsessed with a particular person, then, yeah, I'd do that. I don't. My relationship status is what it is, and that's why today I am really wanting to delve deeper into this subject, because honestly, everyone has been in this situation. I'm pretty comfortable in saying that. What I want to know is, though, why? Why? Because this person isn't feeling any need in me because they're so completely detached. So why am I so willing to try and attach myself to someone who's completely detached? This is the thing. This is what I need to work out today. So if you haven't grabbed a drink by now, you really should. I'm going to grab one. Give me a second.
Hold on, let me take my time.
Okay. I'm back, bitches. Yay. Yeah, welcome back. This is a Tequila Hour. This is where me, Amanda, will just talk about shit. If you're down, get down on it. I'm really honoured for you, dear listener, for those who do come back every week and listening to my ramblings. Yeah, it's a good one today. I'm talking about obsession. Now, I will give you an example. I'm going to give you an example right now. I'm really nervous. I'm not going to lie. Why am I really nervous? Because today, the person I'm obsessed with, I gave them an ultimatum. Okay, I basically said, I'm not going to say what I said. Should I say it? Maybe. I'll think about it. But I gave them an ultimatum, okay? I gave them an ultimatum. Now, why do I say that to you? Is that I have engaged and disengaged from this person on and off for 2 months, okay? In the time-space continuum that is my life and is all-encompassing, 2 months is fuck all, let's be honest. But when I say to you that at the moment I am exploring some shit, and I've touched on this in the last couple of podcasts, I'm exploring some shit, okay? And like I've mentioned, even in this podcast today, I am the bitch who will explore some shit. I want to know, I want to understand, and I want to come out the other side of the understanding and go, yeah, that aligns with me, yep, or no, that's not what I want. Once upon a time, I wouldn't go there. Once upon a time, it was fanciful dreams where I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to think about, I don't know, deep sea diving. That's the first thing that came to mind. No. Say I had a passion for something, okay? You know, once upon a time, I'd be like, I really want to do that. I really want to do that. And we've all done it, okay, where we've had a desire for something or a want for something and we just contemplate it in our mind. For years, sometimes we contemplate it in our minds. Now at 53, after the year that I've had, the last couple of years, but in particular in the last year that I've had, I'm now at a place in my life where I'm like, fuck it. I'm fucking going for it. That's where we're at today. So this year in particular, when I talked about, you know, in a previous podcast where I was angry for an entire week, I can tell you I'm not that. Normally I'm not that. This year I'm that. I'm all about it. I'm all about sitting in emotion. I'm all in about understanding what the emotion is, where it's coming from, what resonates in me, how can I use that emotion, how can I drive it into my life, how can I explore it from A to Z, and then come out the other side and be like, yeah, I'm fucking right. That's what I'm about this year. I hope you're on board. Because, mate, what the fuck? What are you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? So this year, what are you waiting for, truly? This year, that's right. I've made some really serious decisions personally in my life. And one of those decisions does involve me then exploring certain subjects, which I'm not going to talk about right now. But let's say that they're intertwined with meeting new people, okay? This person like I said, I've never met, as in I've never physically met them. We have messaged each other for, like I said, approximately 2 months. There has been, I don't know if I'm recalling the commencement of the pseudo relationship, shall we say it, which is not a relationship at all, to be honest, where it was quick and fast and it was very enjoyable, and then it was like we have very different wants and needs, shall we say, and we kind of left it there. And then it's like, no. This particular person is always on my mind. It's always on my mind. The reason why they are on my mind in particular is I don't know. Okay, how do I talk about this? I've never met anyone who just communicates it the way they communicate, okay, ever, in my entire life. I've never experienced it, ever. Now, I'm 53, so you'd be like, really, Amanda? No, I'm telling the truth. I've never experienced a communication style with a man, because it's a man, it's I don't know, you might have thought it could have been a woman. With a man, I've never experienced a communication style with a man like this ever. And that's one thing. That's one. Wait, I just got to stop this for a second. Give me a sec. And I'm back. I need to grab another drink. It's going to be one of those podcasts today. What was I saying? Communication. Now, if you know me, you might have gathered throughout this podcast, I'm really big on communication. I'm fascinated by it, especially verbal communication. It's a big thing. One of the many reasons why I do this podcast, because the voice and using your voice and speaking your truth is so fucking important to me. It's been a big encompassing morality in my life in the last couple of years. One of the many reasons why I created this podcast, but it's really important to me. When I say to you, this man communicates with me in a particular way that I've never experienced before, I'm done. It's beautiful. I've never experienced that with someone in my entire life. The thing is, we're not even in a relationship, and some of the texting communications that we've had have been enlightening. Enlightening? Yes. Enlightening? Yes. Not lightning. Kind of lightning. Very arousing, very interesting, very obsession. It's an obsession. And when I say that, and I am being truthful here, I've never experienced that level of communication with someone before, where it's been very easy and very, it's just been easy. And the thing is, it's been very comfortable as well. And it's been honestly, at times, it's been a fanciful distraction. The problem is, it's now a distraction. It really is a distraction, to the point where, like I said, we were communicating and he said a particular thing that, this wasn't going anywhere. I'm like, no, what you want and what I want are very different. I'm not going to say what that is. And then we kind of left it, okay? A week later, I'm like reaching out to this person because there's something, okay? There is this thing, this draw to this particular person. Is it just the way he communicates with me? Is it the things that he's saying? Is it the things we're saying together? Yes, there is part of that. But in the end, it comes down to the fact that he doesn't want what I want. He's been clear with that, and I cannot in any way say that he hasn't been. He's actually been very crystal clear in communicating that what I want, he doesn't want, which is very interesting in the terms of the way we communicate with each other. No, I'm not going to say to you what that is. You probably can surmise by what I'm trying to get at here. The thing is, when there is that level, and let's call it play, the level of play that is happening where there is no interaction and then there's interaction, okay? When there is clearly, I want this and you want that, and we've communicated that. But again, this is all through text, okay? This is not through actually having a conversation with a person over the phone, let alone having a conversation with a person face to face. Never done it. This is the thing. So this is where your mind fills in the gaps. This is where my mind projects, okay, and fills in the gaps. Hence the obsession that I'm currently in, where this particular person has been clear and I've then gone to myself, I can't do this, because why am I diminishing myself to keep interacting with someone who's not interested in me the way I want you to be interested in, full stop, okay? The thing is, a week goes by and I'm back in it. I can't. I'm like magnetic energy. This person has a hold on me. Like there is like this string that is there, like an energetic string that either I've created or he's created or we've both created together and we both can't let it go. Because literally a week will go by and nothing or whatever, and we're like, no. And then a week will pass or whatever and we're like back in it. The problem is now where I'm like, and you know, after that week that I've had recently where I was pissed, okay? I was fucking pissed. I was really angry and I'm not putting up with shit. No more, bitch. No more. That, why am I doing this? Why am I obsessed with this particular person? What is it this person gives me or I see in this pseudo relationship that I feel like I keep being drawn to it? I mean, is there honest connection here? Is there an actual want here? Is this person providing something to me that I need or want? Is it going anywhere? And this is a thing where I want to talk about obsession, because today I did message this particular person and I said, I'm doing this. This is what I'm going to do. I want you to be there. I want you to think about it. Give me your answer. Dependent on their answer, I'll either it'll happen or it won't. And it's actually, I'm trying to remain calm here. The thought of me then it not happening is where I'm now talking about obsession, because the feeling I instantly get from thinking that I'm going to have to, or I know I have to, disengage from this person in its entirety breaks my heart. It just, that sounds dramatic. It upsets me. It really upsets me. And that's what I want to get down to. Why is this upsetting me? What is the obsession with this? Is it because I can't have this person? Is it because they don't want me how I want them? Is it because it's not real? What was that? That was me. Is it because it's just really not real? It's not fake, but it's not what you would term an actual relationship. Is it because really there's no true investment? Right now it's just fun and games and frivolity. It's a bit of banter. It's a bit of witty banter, as we call it. We've called it that. It's banter. But when does that just turn into something else? When you want one thing and a person wants something else, and then you're then stuck in the feeling of like, fuck, I'm obsessed with this person. And why am I obsessed with this? Why am I giving myself the gravity of my mind? And this is what I'm saying. Why am I giving this person the time of day when they don't want the same things as I do? And even beyond that, I don't know this person at all. This is the thing. I have never, I'm saying this again for my own, when I listen to this podcast back, so I can understand what I'm saying today. I have actually never met this person in real life. I've never stood in front of them, ever. Do I know what they look like? Yes. Do they know what I look like? Yes. Have I, like I said, I've actually never verbally spoke to them on the phone. Do I know what their voice sounds like? Yes. Do they know what my voice sounds like? Yes. Have I actually engaged in an actual conversation with this person? No. This is a problem. We're at the point now, we're at the sticky end now, where, like I said, today I'm like balls to the wall. Like I said, in this podcast right now, I'm balls to the wall, right? I am laying it out. I'm laying it out. This, I don't know, whatever. I'm laying it out. Balls to the wall, I'm saying to you, not an ultimatum, but you could probably describe it as that, where I've said, this is what I want, this is where I'll be, tell me what you want. The end. The end being that this person comes back to me and goes, I don't want that. And that means for me then, sayonara, motherfucker. Sayonara, motherfucker. The end, goodbye, I'm never going to message you ever fucking again. Now, I just said to you earlier, that really hurts me. It breaks my heart a little bit, actually, because, and this is the thing, why? I don't know this person at all. I don't know them at all. Yet I'm sitting here on a motherfucking podcast, on my own podcast, telling to you I'm obsessed. Why am I obsessed with a person that I don't know? What is the need that they are projecting or creating in my consciousness for me to keep going back to something that's not even real? What is it? What is the fulfillment that I'm getting? What is the machinations? What is the desire? What is the want in this relationship in air brackets that I'm creating? Now, yes, you could call it a distraction. I love a distraction. Let me just grab my drink for a second. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. No, I just need to talk about it. Let me stop. We're at how many minutes? 50? So, yeah, if you need a quick toilet break, maybe have one. Anyway, distraction. I love a distraction. I don't know about you, but I love a distraction. May it be, you shop too much. May it be alcohol. Probably. It is called the Tequila Hour, bitch. Could it be food? Could it be, I don't know, there's shit. We're not going to go into that kind of shit. But, we all love a distraction, don't we? We all love a distraction. We all love a human distraction. If you're in a certain place in your life and you're exploring certain things, we love a distraction. I love one. I'm enjoying it. This is not enjoyable, though. We're now at the place where it's enjoyable, but it's starting to get annoying because I'm now thinking to myself, I'm diminishing myself. I can't speak. I am diminishing myself. I am not being true to myself. I am obsessed in something that's not real. And why do I feel that way? Beyond it just being a really nice distraction, because it really is a very nice distraction. The thing is, yes, then it comes to dopamine. Clearly, I don't have enough. Dopamine, what a powerful drug that is in the human body that we create. Dopamine. This is the thing. Maybe I need to get my dopamine levels checked. I don't have enough, clearly. from 0 to 100, I don't have enough. I literally this plus, bleh, I can't speak. This last, how many months that we've had? We're now in the 3rd month of the year. I've gone from 0 to 1 trillion, where I've had none and I've got everything. Whatever has what, I don't know. There's multiple things that has created this current state of mind. But when I say to you my dopamine was 0, -0, -50, -1,000, to now it is in 1,000. And clearly my body's like, give me it. My body and my brain is like, I need the dopamine, bitch. Bring it. We are feeling it. You want it. And I want it. The dopamine will only get you so far, won't it? It's a spike. It's like coffee. I don't know. In neurological terms, I'm not a neuroscientist, so please don't. I'm not. But it's like coffee. You know, you wake up in the morning and you're dusty. You might have had, it might be Sunday and it might be Monday and you're at work. I don't know, for me, I'll probably be dusty tomorrow morning. A little bit. I'll be a little bit dusty. You log on at work and, yeah, you're dusty, and that first bloody fucking cup of coffee, mate, it hits the spot, doesn't it? It really does. That's what dopamine is. Dopamine is like the morning cup of coffee. I don't know if we'd even describe it as this. Dopamine is a morning cup of coffee. For those who love caffeine, fuck yeah. It's everything. You drink it up. Oh, it's so good. It tastes so good. You get a spike. You're ready. Whoop. Dopamine is that. Dopamine is that. That's what I've been living in. I've been living in dopamine land. The problem is dopamine land will only get you thus far. There's a spike and then it's gone. And then you're like, I need it. I need some more dopamine. And this is the thing, you start finding it in all these places and all these people. The problem is that you then start trying to grab dopamine from the wrong places and you lose yourself, and then you're like, fuck. And then you end up having a week where you're pissed. That's what happened, okay? So today, like I said, I made the ultimatum because I don't want to live, well, I kind of do want to live in dopamine land. I'm down. I'm down for a bit of frivolity. But the thing is, I can't just be all-encompassing in dopamine land. For me to achieve the things I want to achieve in my life, and there's many things I do want to achieve in my life and I'm striving for, university is one of them. Yes, distractions in dopamine land are quite pleasant. Can be harnessing, can encourage, can elevate, shall we say. They are not all encompassing. The thing is, if you have things outside of dopamine land, that's for the use of a better word, then trust and believe you can't just, just like falling into a pit of dopamine. That's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing a well and me falling in it. You can't just do that. If you need to work, if you have goals that you want to achieve, what was I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I've got a call. Anyway, yeah, dopamine land. Mate, I can't. There's shit I need to do, there's shit I want to do, more importantly. It's not only about shit I need to do, there's shit I want to do. Work is important to me. I realised I need to really, no, I actually have. I've explored that. I need to disengage from that. I just need to do the minimum. It's not what I really want or need. There's certain things in my life that I really want. Mate, it's this podcast, it is moving to Japan, it is working in IT, it's working on Highlander, it's soul work, it's shit that just inspires me greatly. It's not work and it's not dopamine land. So this is a thing where I need to find the balance between that high, shall we say, which I think for me I really enjoy, but also has created some, it was on the tip of my tongue then, some, not balance is not the word I'm looking for, but equilibrium, shall we say, into my life, which I've enjoyed very much. I've enjoyed the equilibrium. It is something that's been missing and I've liked it a lot. The thing is, though, where I don't want to be in the same place with another person. And not only that, but the fact of letting go of this, what I have at the moment with this, shall we call it an obsession, because that's what I'm calling it today. Like I said, it really does that's just what I'm needing to explore. There is the exploration of what it brings into my life separate from dopamine and, separate from, because honestly, there's not an emotional trait that this person is bringing into my life that I can understand they actually are in any way inherently harnessing or filling in a gap or whatever. They are filling in certain gaps, but it's not a particular emotion that I could say, and it's not, this is the thing, it's not an emotional, well, it is, but it's not a particular emotion I can go, well, this person is providing this, therefore that's the reason why I'm drawn to this person. Honestly, it's about dopamine and it's about a distraction. And yet the distraction is so good when it's not there that I'm wondering why the distraction is so good. And what is that missing piece that I'm actually missing? This is the thing. And yeah, that's why I really wanted to talk about this today, because I think this is what happens when, women, I'm assuming men are the same. I don't know. I'd love to know, actually. Maybe I should ask this person. What is it? What's this loop that what is this loop that we're doing as human beings? What is it about? What is it that is creating these synapses between people that there's really nothing there? And yeah, I'm perplexed. I'm not going to lie. I am perplexed. I usually can go, okay, well, there's A, B, and C, and, clearly dopamine's part of it, and, it's a reward thing, and it reinforces a desire that I have because I can't have it, and, it's a want that I need and a need that I want, but because I can't really have it, I'm always chasing it. I understand that. Clearly I don't, though. Clearly I don't. And is it just, it comes down to chemicals? Is it that simple? Is it that simple that I could honestly say to you today, it's just chemicals that is driving all of this, therefore, and I don't think it is. What I'm saying is out loud. I don't think it's just chemical. I don't have a chemical imbalance. Maybe I do. I don't know. It can't just, look, I know we are driven hormonally by things, okay, and all the other good shit. I don't think it's just hormones or chemicals. This is the complete all-encompassing driving force of all of this. For whatever reason, apart from the things that I've discussed today, this person is a beacon of something that I want and I can't have. Now, does it come down to the fact because I can't have it, I want it? Because I can't have it, I want it. And the fact that this person has said to me, not rudely in any way, this person that I'm talking about has not in any way, shape or form ever said, and this is probably, it might be easier if they said, no, fuck off. Perhaps it would be easier. They've never at any space in time said, fuck off, fuck you, get fucked. This is the thing. Perhaps if they did do that, you know, my mind might be able to understand or reason better that I need to disengage. The fact that that hasn't happened leaves the door ajar for projection and misunderstanding and misconstruement, shall we say, in my opinion. Where, like I said, I'm now at the point today where I'm just like, enough's enough. I can't. I really cannot, because I really do want to focus on this podcast. I really do want to focus on the things that inspire me, like writing a book, another podcast. I've got all these creative ideas I have in my mind that are just, bubbling away in a cauldron of, creativity in my brain, where I'm just like, times often exploding with all the different things that I want to do at the moment. And it's just that niggling thing that I'm like, oh, I want it so bad. And at the same time, I'm like, I can't have it. And today I was like, well, that's it. I'm just going to have to do this and give you an ultimatum. And then whatever the answer will be, I'm going to have to live with it. And I think I know what the answer will be. And I'm going to have to live with it. But this is the thing. This is the lesson. I suppose this is the lesson I need to learn in all of this. And, yeah, how do we get to this? How do we get to this place? We're in dopamine land and, it's all fun and games. But how did I get to this place? And what is that thing that's missing? What is the thing that's missing that is bridging a gap that this is filling? That's what this is the thing. What's that gap that this is filling? And like, there is certain things that come to mind that I'm not straight away. I'm like, yeah, I could say that. But there is things that clearly why I'm talking about this today, and why some of these things have happened recently in my life. And you know what? We all go through this. This is the thing. I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone in, why am I obsessed with this person? Why is this pseudo relationship so powerful? What is it what's the reward out of this that I'm getting? What's the thrill that I'm getting? What's the relief that I'm getting when there's no real relief there? Why am I drawn to this person when I don't know this person? Why? Why? What is the gap that I'm trying to fill, as in F-I-L-L. What is the gap that I'm trying to fill by losing my sense of control, my sense of trust and vulnerability to someone else that I don't fucking know? That's a good question. What is a sense of vulnerability that I'm giving away to someone else that I don't even know? We're out of dopamine land, mate. We've gone through dopamine land. We're on the other side. We're in the desert. We've gone through the oasis, and we're on the motherfucking side. right? What is it? What does this person sensate? Is it sensation? No. I've lost my words. Satiate? Is that the word? What does a person satiate in me? What is it? What really, when we nut down, we've been through all the lands, okay? When we narrow all the way down and we're in the bottom of the well and we're looking up at the sky and we see the sun, okay? We see the moon probably because it's fucking dark down there. What are we looking for? You're in the bottom of the well. Jimmy, I'm in the Sorry. You're in the bottom of the well. I don't know why I thought about Jimmy. You're in the well. It's cold, it's damp, it's dark, it kind of smells. You're looking up, you see the moon. What are you looking for? What the bang the desk. What am I looking for? What are you looking for? What am I looking for? Am I looking for comfort? Desire will only get you so far because desire, like dopamine, you're like, whoop, and then you burp. You can't live in desire land. I don't know if you could. It'd be nice. It's not sustainable, okay? You can't live in desire land, okay? Desire land. We all know about desire land. Yeah, we trust and believe. We all know about it. You've gone past that, okay? You've gone past dopamine land, desire land. You're looking up. What is it? What is it we're looking for here? For me, and I go back to a podcast and a conversation I had many, many moons ago at the Fullerton, believe it or not, where I talked about what do I want? What do I really motherfucking want? And after scribbling notes on multiple pads at the Fullerton and crying my heart out, I wanted peace. I just wanted peace. And to visualize myself at the bottom of the well, looking up and seeing the moon, well, I want to get out of the fucking well, don't I? And I know the way because, you know what? I've got out of the well before, so I know I can climb it. I'm like, annoying, but I can do that. But why am I back at the bottom of the well? Why am I at the bottom of the well? Now, I kind of put myself there. I've done that. But what am I hoping, or what's the sense that I want to achieve by A, putting myself to the bottom and then going through all that to get out to the top? What am I trying to do? And why am I being distracted by roadblocks that will, in the end, inevitably, is that how you say it? Yes, inevitably, never produce an outcome that I ever truly want? I think I've just answered my question. Perhaps I don't know what I truly want. Even deeper, perhaps I don't think I deserve what I truly want. Really? Perhaps I don't deserve what I truly want. Well, we got there in the end, didn't we? Shit. Really? Not a drink. Dude. Dude. If you're still listening and you just heard that mic drop, when I'm literally in the air hand mic drop, fuck. Is that the answer? That I feel like I don't deserve what I actually want? Is that what it comes down to? Fuck. Fuck. know what? Literally, I understand why people run away. I really do. I really, truly, in my heart of hearts, understand why people just tap out. And I'm talking a little tap. I'm talking a major tap. I really do understand it. I really do. That sounds really terrible. I'm being very dark now. I really do. Because this is really hard. This is really hard. Yeah, I'm up for it. Fuck. Yeah, bitch. You know what? I'm up for it. This year, I'm fucking up for it. Once upon a time, I would never even contemplate thinking like the way I'm thinking right now. I wouldn't have even formulated that right now and spoken it out loud. It would have taken me, it doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I've just answered it. Where does that leave me? Where does that leave me? I don't know. You know what? Are you obsessed? Are you obsessed? Are you obsessed by someone? You know what? Dopamine's really nice, eh? It really is. You know, being distracted by someone is really nice. It really is, eh? It really is a very pleasant, arousing mind fuck that, you know, I encourage all to have for short periods of time. If you've got shit you need to do, no, probably not a good idea. If you want to have some frivolity, mate, you know what? Fuck it. We all need some frivolity in our lives because if you don't, what is it all about? Honestly, what is it all about? Challenging yourself, going to the bottom of the well in the deep well. Jimmy. Why is it Jimmy? I don't know. Why? Why not? Fuck it. Fuck it. Do the shit you want to do, mate. Explore the shit you want to explore. Fucking have some fun. Fucking whatever that is for you, mate. It's not easy. Some of the shit that I'm doing at the moment, it's not easy. Like I said that week, fuck. This is shit that's not easy. This is life-changing shit, actually. Now I'm off the dopamine. We're out of dopamine land. This is life-changing shit, okay, that we're talking about today, that I've talked about. There's other things I'd love to talk about. I'd love to just talk about it in its entirety. It's actually beautiful. When I say to you I hope that you find someone that you really communicate well with. When you find someone that really communicates on your level and some, it's nothing like it. I think it's one of the most attractive things of a person that really, for me is one of my undoings. If you can communicate well, if you are, a semblance of control, if you question and you just, I know, you're deep, mate, I'm undone. I'm undone. Hands up, let's go. We're married. Oh, stop it. No, truly. You're like, it's just easy. It's good. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by communication. Weird. Anyway, I'll focus in a second. You know what? I think I've worked it out. I've worked it out. It's not good, eh? It's not good. It's not good, but you know what? It's okay. And you know what I'll say to you? It's okay. It's okay to be obsessed. I'm talking about fuck it. You know what? If you want to have an obsession with someone, do it. Fuck it. See what it feels like and see what it brings up for you, and then be at the bottom of the well and be like Jimmy and be like, fuck. I implore you to have a crack. You know what? It all comes back to like, what are we all doing here, mate? Life in the whole, timeline of existence is so short. We think it's so vast, but it's so short. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing, mate? Fucking have a crack. Go to the bottom of the well. Fucking have an obsession. Fucking do that thing you wanted to do. Go to Japan. I don't know. I could talk about lots of things. I just needed to stop myself there. If you fucking want to do it, fucking do it, mate. And then own your shit. And that's what I'm doing today, is I'm owning my shit. And I'm going for it. And you know what? Yeah, I probably will have some moments like that week where I really wanted to stab someone in the eye and I'm still lingering in that homeostasis. I will say to you that this year is the year that it's on, like Donkey Kong. It is on like Donkey Kong. And I truly look forward to sharing all the adventures that I get up to. May they be, as simple as being obsessed with a man that you've never met. Mm-hmm. Or may it be, I don't know, finding your one true love. Oh, no. May it find the cheese in the mousetrap. I don't know what I'm saying now. All I can say is, mate, life's too short. Have some fun. Have a crack. You know what? You'll be okay. I'm okay. I'm down. We're all okay. We're all okay. And you know what? These are the things. We're all human beings. We all go through this shit. This is what this podcast is about. This is just me cutting the cheese. I know. Is cut the cheese something else for something else? Probably. Look, we all go through shit. I'll put my hand up. I'm going through some shit. And you know what? I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to share it. Hopefully it will, and this has always been that place where I'm like, I want to share it. And I want to be vulnerable. And again, it only takes one, doesn't it? It only takes one. So, thank you as always. I'm going to round it out here. Thank you as always to those who do listen to this podcast. Truly grateful, heartfelt gratefulness here. Thank you for listening to my ramblings. Hopefully you enjoy it or you keep listening. If you want to reach out to me anytime, you can via my email address, which is info@thetequilahour.com.au. On Instagram, check out my pages, the Tequila Hour, _1_Amanda. I will be next week at the Fullerton on Friday the 13th. I will be recording a podcast from the Fullerton. If you know and you listen to my last podcast, it is the Nexus. Excuse me for blowing my nose there. It is a Nexus point. It is a conduit. I will be recording from there. It could get interesting. I will just also add to the sorry, I can't even say that word. The interestingness. I don't think that's a word. But side note to the fact that I'll be recording from the Fullerton on the Friday the 13th is the ultimatum that I gave to the person that I'm obsessed with, just side note, relates to the Friday the 13th, okay? So, just saying right now, live on this podcast, it will be very interesting, shall we say. It could be really good or it could be really cathartic or both or all encompassing. Anyway, thank you. And you know what? Have a great weekend. Have a great week. And you know what? I really do look forward to recording on Friday the 13th at the Fullerton, at the conduit that is the Fullerton. And I will catch you then. See ya. Bye.
You could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it below. Black shades on, you could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it below. 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 You could be my cheat code.
Gotta take it out. Check the sonics. Gotta take it out. Gotta take it out. Check the sonics. Gotta take it out.
Shades on, you could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it below. Black shades on, you could be my cheat code. Put in work, tell the DJ turn it below. 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 You could be my cheat code. Tell the DJ turn it below.
Check the sonics.